Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They send Diggs in motion right. Daniels back to throw. And that's going to hit the turf. A good throw, but he couldn't hang on through the contact. We got 2nd down.
I love that. I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you can do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Second down give to Kronsky-Merritt. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
You know, Kate, over the years I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Eagles go dime for this 3rd down call. Daniels. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Here's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Being limited to a couple.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Working on 2nd down. Daniels. And that one is picked off, but wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. Jalen Lane, the one he was looking for. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing now, Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jahan Campbell makes the play. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Big game downfield. It's a Philadelphia touchdown.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. He's going to start the year 1 for 1 as they take a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Krosky Merritt to open the drive. Rob for the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
They send a man in motion. On 2nd down, Daniels. It's caught. This is Jacory Krosky Merritt. And that'll be 4 yards on that completion before he heads out. That means it's 3rd down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
To the air on 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Andrew Makuba makes the play.
Daniels pass. Intercepted. The
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. Contact is there, and that's going to break up the catch. Incomplete pass.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Fields now on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. Still fighting forward. And he's going to get there inside the pylon. Touchdown, Eagles. Eli Stowers. His first career touchdown on his first career catch. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. It's a 14-0 game here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Play fake here. Daniels. Brought in. A big gain here for Diggs. Defender is there to finally make the stop, but not before the play goes for 27. And it is a 1st down Washington.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. A lot of mess on the move here. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to Ben Simmons.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he could stretch that field. With the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Rudy able to tack on that extra point, and that cuts the lead to 7.
Eagles 14, Commanders 7.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Fields throwing here. He tucks it and takes off. This one gets to the 22. All down by Dorrance Armstrong.
Positive of that effort. He didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now it's Fields. Buys time, rolling right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And they get him down after a gain of 10, but great effort on his part. Pays off with the 1st down. That right there is how you reward faith in the run block. Punt team, go ahead, guys. You can cool off on the sideline. This drive is rolling on.
You know, it's interesting, Kate. You just see how much a run like that just brings life to an offense, while simultaneously deflating that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brockton. Could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Throwing on 2nd. Here's Fields. It's a screen to Barkley. He stopped here, gain of about 7. And it's going to be a Philadelphia 1st down. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 3-31.
Fields looking to throw. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Being limited to a couple.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it, expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4.
Here we go, son. Right.
Fields gets it out right quick. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the red zone now. Hits the slant. And in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Makai Lemon, his 1st career touchdown on his 1st career catch. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. They bump their lead up to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Starting on the grounds here, Krosky Merritt. He cuts it back right. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
He was brought down by Zach Moore. It's a gain of 48 yards. And the Commanders' 1st down.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Running once again with Krosky Merritt. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Well, you've taught me, Buck. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from him as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. Deep coordinators love to dial it up.
Now Daniels on 2nd down. And he can't find a connection on 2nd down. That incompletion means it is 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Man in motion here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Headed out right. And the pick is dropped. She had the turnover in his hands. Couldn't hang on to it. That's going to be an incomplete pass, though. Going to make it 4th down. Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
A 30-yard attempt.
Moody knocks it through. And that gets him back to within 11.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Israel Abanikanda on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 319, yes, sir.
They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. 1st down play, that's him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Chip square. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Fields. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play action now. It's Fields. That's caught left side by Stowers. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Hey, Ken. Up.
Second down throw for Fields. Fits it through the middle. And we've seen a lot of this today. He's in again. Touchdown, Eagles. Eli Stowers, the second score of his NFL debut. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Sent right down the middle and good. And lead now up to 18 points.
Commanders 10. Jake Elliott kicking off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. All right, so he'll get this up to about the 30 before he goes out of bounds.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. And the defender finally gets there, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. That's going to bring up a Commanders first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down for Daniels. And he's back up to 50% now throwing the football after that last completion. 6 connections on 12 attempts. Buying some time right. So it'll be 2nd and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. Let's see what they dial up, partner. This is 2nd and long. Here's Daniels. Drops this one off to Krosky Barrett. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Third and long for him here. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Angel. Here we go. Ken. 319.
2nd down. Here's Fields. Caught by the open man. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. They get the big play just before half. 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
319. 11. Mayday.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Extend. Sit high. Sit high.
Looking to throw Fields. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Here we go, side. Turn on, side. Side.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Hitting his throw's going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. No time to make that pass. Lucky he got rid of it at all, Brock. It's 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And they'll hold their lead at 18.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the pistol. Krosky Merritt. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They're going to run again here with Krosky Merritt. Runs inside the 35. And he gets home. Touchdown, Washington. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt on the board. That's his first of the season.
Okay, you know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little jump, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
That one right down the middle. And we've got ourselves an 11-point game. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's Abanikanda on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Solid block in there. Springs in for 8. It's going to be 2nd down. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Fields to throw it. Lennon's got it, left side. Well, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. 1st down coming up. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Wow, they must really trust in this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. Now we've got a timeout. Still just 7 seconds to go in the half. Jake Elliott down to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Takes it just shy of that end zone. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Move 58, 58, son. Hey, check.
Now Fields. Catch is made down the right sideline. Defense gets to him, shells him out. Gain of about 16 before they did so. And that sets up an Eagles first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here we go.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker,
Yeah.
that is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. Offense to the line. 2nd down. Here's Fields to throw. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds after picking up a handful on that play. Moves him a little closer. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Quick pass, right side, complete. Nothing doing there. Lucky if he got a yard after that catch. Yeah, they're going to give him a lone yard, so that means it's 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. They do snap it. Here's Fields. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, kind of hide behind their defenders and their peers, and then go finish the tackle.
On 2nd down, Daniels. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And he's taken down at the 30. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Washington first down.
And the Washington first down.
Throwing now, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. He got away from a couple of defenders, but they just kept coming. This one's going to end the loss, Brock.
There is so much on the plate with linebackers in today's game, running sideline to sidelines, covering deep, but in this case, yeah, making a sure tackle on a big tight end behind the line.
believe it or not, a big loss on that completed pass. So here comes 2nd and long. To throw, Daniels sends this to the end zone. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Daniels now. Oh, it's nearly intercepted. Either way, he was breaking up that throw, Brock. He wanted the pick, but can't hang on. It hits the ground, so that's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's Abanikanda on the return. Things going well so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
39-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Fields looking to throw. This is reeled in by Wilson. He turns the shallow catch into something more, giving 8 yards. That sets up 2nd and short.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Throwing on 2nd, here's Fields. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
Small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
He stops finally after a gain of almost 30. That is good for an Eagles 1st down.
Situational football, 3rd downs are so big. You spend so much time during the week working on it. But I love that call. I love how you can run it on 3rd down, and it shows everybody. You don't have to always put it in the air to move the chains.
Fields gets it out right quick. And give him a couple yards on this 1st down completion, Brock, as he steps out after that.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet. I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
Couple of yards on the catch, leaves them 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields. And with a man all over him, he just can't bring it in clean. It's an incomplete pass, and that brings up 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Here we go. 11, 319, get that.
Field throwing here. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Great work by the defender affecting that pass. It's going to bring around 4th down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Elliott connects there, and that extends their lead to 14.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10. Give it to Krosky Merritt. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Here's Daniels on second. Catch made over the middle. And the stop is made downfield after a gain of about 18. And it's going to be first down Commanders.
A gain of 18 on
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up first downs and keep the drive on schedule.
Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. Escapes the defender. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's second and 1.
brings up second and 1.
From the gun. Oh, he gets crushed behind the line and the ball comes out. But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Daniels back to throw. Good strike downfield to Lane. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. That is the spark that they needed. 33 yards. Daniels on first and 10, and officially now over 50% thrown football, Brock. Last play, his 11th connection in his 20 tries. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. We've got to regroup for second down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
From the gun, a run for Krosky Merritt. Shoves one away. And he gets home. Touchdown, Commanders.
Touchdown, Washington.
Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt brought one back earlier and now takes one across. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Abanikanda on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Look at this, 3 tight ends to the right on his first and 10.
Here we go.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. Oh, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. First down coming up.
A gain of 24 yards. And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
Here we go.
Play action now. It's Fields. And that looked good for a moment, Brock, but the hit jars it free. That's going to bring up second.
Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10.
Here we go.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up third and 4.
There's just times, Kate, up here in the booth, you can kind of feel the hunger of these players. It's like this guy needed this week, a chance to move past last week. I'm not saying he needs to reach 100 yards every time out, but this showing is a whole lot more what we expect and what he expects of himself.
He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to give him the first down. It was close for a moment. Woody caught it, but he knew what he needed to do after he did so.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
This is complete. Downfield to Smith. Contact is made, and that's going to take him out of bounds. Gain of about 21 on the play. And it's going to be a Philadelphia first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Working inside the red zone. Drops it off to Barkley. Complete. And they're going to corral him out of bounds here after giving up about 6 yards on that play.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Here we go.
Looks like a design keeper here for Fields. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. Justin Fields. That is his 5th total touchdown in this one. He's now just one away from the single-game record. Elliott's with the extra points. They now lead by 14 points.
The score is 41. Commanders 27. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Jalen Lane on the return. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Handoff right side for Krosky-Barrett. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
This offense has now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Giving this to Krosky-Barrett. And he couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. Third down.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches. Maybe some fist pounds, too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
All plays on the table here for third and 3. Short yardage run for White. They get to him. He's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And it is a first down, Washington.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
From the 4-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Krusty Merritt straight ahead. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 40-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he's going to be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
To the air on 3rd and long. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Commanders losing by 14. Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Barkley off the pistol give. Fights his way through a tackle. And only gets a couple before going out of bounds, Brock. So 2nd down coming up.
Bounds at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They go to Barkley again. Has a lane inside the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. It goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. Trim it.
They take a knee, and that's going to